Good evening, everyone. A stretch of big-time baseball began tonight for the UNCW baseball team. Coming off their sweep of James Madison, they have top 10 North Carolina next week, the top 10 in Conference Northeastern this weekend, and tonight, number 10 ECU. Mark Scaff going for his 900th career win, and he'll have to get it against the second-best road team in the country. But on the second, Levi Gazelle singles into right field. That would bring Cole Weiss screaming on home, safe. Gets under the tag. UNCW takes a 1-0 lead. It's 2-0 in the third. David Schaefer finds himself a single into right as well. That would put UNCW up 3-0. Looking good early for the Hawks, but the lead would last till the fifth. Spencer Brickhouse sneaks it right past Mason Byrne down the right field line, going all the way back. 2 runs score to make it a 3-2 now UNCW lead. It's tied up when Turner Brown, former Whiteville native, gets it right underneath Zach Canada's legs. 2 more runs scores. Pirates take the 5-3 lead. In the seventh, Big Ket Brown with the shot to left field. It gets down. Here comes Mr. Ryan Jeffers. That makes it 5-4, but it's West Columbus's Trey Benton that comes in to the old Cape Fear area and helps lock it down. Schaefer pops up. This would end the seventh, and he would help lock it down the rest of the way. Number 900 will have to wait another night as number 10 ECU takes it 5-4.
No, I mean, we definitely wanted to play for Coach tonight for all he's done for us. It'd be a nice gift to him, but yeah, no, tonight definitely hurts. We feel like we had him where we want him. Some things didn't go our way. We didn't make plays when we needed to.
A tough loss for the Seahawks. We certainly had opportunities, had more chances early in the ball game to tack on one and another one in the second, another one in the third. Unable to do that, and when you don't cash in on some of those opportunities, you know, against good clubs, it comes back to haunt you.
It was a beautiful day in Raleigh as NC State took on UNCW's CAA counterpart James Madison in the third. Will Wilson drives down to the left field line. That's a double. A run scores for the Pack. And then staying in the third, Brock Deathridge. Adios, muchachos. That baby's gone. Left field, his 12th home run of the year. It is 3-run fashion. State goes up by a touchdown. They weren't done. Josh McClain comes up to base. He wants to add to this Pack lead, and he does so right into left field again. Left fielders getting some work. 15 runs scored at the Doak this afternoon. 15-2 is your final for the Pack. They continue to roll. UNCW softball team began their run in the conference tournament today. Game 1 proved to be a speed bump as they lost to Charleston 8-6, setting up a win-or-go-home game for the Hawks in the afternoon. It's off to a good start in the second. Dominique Travers gets the bloop into left field. Run comes home to score. UNCW's in business 2-0. They would make it 3-0 before Towson stepped back up, hitting to shallow right. Emily Landcamp for the dive. She gets it. What a play by the right fielder Landcamp. That will keep Towson off the board. UNCW continues going on. Megan Whitecaverage over second base. 1 run scores, throw to home, not in time. Another run scores. UNCW adds their lead, and they never give it up. Solid defense, big-time scoring across the board. Helps the Seahawks survive 6-0. They'll play Charleston once again in another elimination game tomorrow at 1. The man described as a born leader, hard worker, and a Stanley Cup champion. Ron Brindamore officially introduced as the Carolina Hurricanes head coach today. The Hurricanes could have gotten outside the organization to hire a coach, could have hired someone with much more experience as their head man. Instead, they kept this one in the family. Tom Dundon called Brindamore the team's greatest asset, with 18 years invested not only into the team, but the community. Brindamore says it's much more of a mission to turn this team around than his job, and he wants to lead the Hurricanes' charge back to the playoffs.
This is obviously a job, but it means more to me. This is my town. I live here. I feel like I'm a connection to this community. The support that I've always received here from day one.
One immediate move Brindamore plans to make is naming one captain to replace last year's ill-fated co-captaincy of Jordan Stahl and Justin Falk. He said he would have done it today at the press conference if it was up to him. I'd like to give a shout out to one of our friends at the Star News. Tim Hauer is moving on to bigger and better things. He's been a staple in the sports community here for 16 years. Best of luck on your next step, Tim.